you most looking forward to for Unrivaled?
Yeah, it's a long time in the making, it feels like, but I'm just looking forward to how this format plays out. I think the first weekend will be really interesting to watch. It's going to be 3 by 3, 3 on 3, but it's a different format of 3 on 3. This isn't going to be like we've seen at the Olympics. They've made some rule changes. It's on a condensed court. One of the things Katie Lou Samuelson said this week was it's going to be even harder to hide weaknesses in this game.
I totally agree. I mean, 3v3 is a game already that exposes you, whether you're good defensively or offensively. And so I'm excited to see amongst the best of the best women in the world, like who really shows themselves on both sides of the basketball. It's a fast-paced game. They're playing on a condensed full court, so it's not like what we saw in the Olympics where we were playing 3x3 on a half-court setting. This is a full court setting. The rules are different. Each player gets 6 fouls. I think that's kind of cool because we know the WNBA, we hate when players foul out, and so you can tell that the players probably decided this. Even in terms of how the game is won, it's won using a target score, meaning that they'll play 3 quarters of basketball, and then whoever is winning at the end of that third quarter, you'll add 11 points to the score, and that will be the target score that you have to get to. Are there any other rules or things that stand out to you about Unrivaled and how they're constructing this league in its first year?
Well, the big thing is, and the thing that all the players have talked about is the money, right?
Yes,
Uh,
can't forget about that.
you cannot forget about money because the cap is around $8 million. So if you average out per each player, you're talking about 222,000. That's more than the player max for 2025 in the WNBA. This is very, very meaningful to a lot of these players because it's Brianna Stewart has like the Puma deal and all of these sponsorships. Nafisa is getting up there, but that's not the reality for the rest of the players in the W. Players have player equity in the first year, which is another thing that Nafisa had said was huge for them. And I think it's just important to note, like two of the best players at the top of their game started this league. So as you had mentioned, the players are running this league and they're doing what they think is best for them while also keeping a mind on what we want to see as fans.
Yeah, I mean, it already stands out to me just in terms of the brand deals and the marketing that we've seen so far. Each team has a theme. They're the mist, the rose, vinyl. Like it's fun, it's creative. It's an 8-week season, so it's short and it's condensed. Almost think of it like the bubble when we go back to COVID times, but a little bit longer and way more fun. Even some of the brand deals I've been impressed with so far seeing Sephora on Media Day. I mean, it looks like a glamour, just fun and fabulous day for all of the women. Samsung Galaxy is a partner. And then Ally. I mean, how about Ally hosting watch parties in 6 different cities across the country? That just gives you an idea of the type of attention they want to give this league.
Yeah. And sponsorships were a big thing that Nafisa has talked about with us for the last couple of years, where she wants to see
Yeah.
players have more exposure. So I think it's also notable when you look at, I think the popular thing on Instagram this weekend was Angel Reese buying seasonings for Marina Mabry, and then Marina Mabry trying to learn how to cook and Jackie Young telling her it was dry. Those things do matter in terms of exposure for the league and for themselves and more sponsorship dollars for a place like Sephora.
And what I would say is this, man: the girls look like they're having a good time. I've watched the interviews. They're saying, I would have never thought that I would be in a room full of other girls like this. Usually, we're just with our teams and we go overseas. This is giving them an opportunity to kind of bond with one another, work with one another. I also saw, Angel Reese getting some work with Kalia Copper, just getting comfortable with one another. What I don't want to happen is this. I don't want there to become a friendly situation, how the NBA is kind of becoming right now, to where there's no competitiveness when we get back to the WNBA, which I don't think that's going to be the case for most, because I think we're going to see some real competitive basketball and Unrivaled. I think, like they said, I understand the rules now. They're going to add the 11 points to the end of the total, blah, blah, blah. I understand that stuff, right? This is going to really expose who has skills, who can play, who has endurance. Because when I think of 3-on-3, I'm thinking Team USA and how our Team USA girls and men, we're kind of getting rocked. It is fast paced. So I'm not going to say it's going to be that fast paced, Obviously the courts they're not that big, but they're going to go back and forth. They were just playing half court and they were burnt out. This is going to be a lot of back and forth. I really see the guards being able to show their skill set. I don't, and I'm going to keep saying this, I don't see any type of big or any type of four performing to a high level, just off the fact of the skill level, just to be honest. They're not going to be able to play with, I mean, they are, but not to the level that guard on guard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at someone like Chelsea Gray. She's probably going to tear the league up. Kalia Copper, probably going to tear the league up. Who else? Enrique, probably going to tear the league up. Anybody that you see as a guard really is going to get loose right now. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Ryan Howard. She's going to go crazy in this league. She might go for league MVP. I'm calling it right now. She could really, one-on-one, yeah. So, this is going to be an exciting league. I'm excited. I want to see what's going on. I want to understand, how this is really going to play out. How are the girls going to play one another? Is this going to be serious? Are they going to be this? Are they going to be joking? I want to see, and I expect it to be really serious. If they want to put this league on the map, you have to go out and provide content, media. You have to provide good basketball is what I mean to say by that. You can't put out a bad product. At the end of the day, we're all watching from across the world through media. You get what I'm saying? So you guys can't just da-da-da-da-da. I understand the sponsorships. I'm more than happy for the sponsorships. There's some pretty big ones. They want to see what they invested into. What is this league about? Or else there's going to be this. I'm pulling out of this here, blah, 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 blah. No. This is what counts right here. This first year. So they're going to have to go out and perform at a high level every single day. Let's continue, man.
It does. And we love the BTS content and, just seeing these players who are on different teams during the WNBA season get to mesh and blend and, build friendships in Unrivaled as well. I'll also say, too, I am personally looking forward to the one-on-one tournament. You know how I am. I like to see one-on-one. I want to see who's going to be the most dominant player on the floor. But they're hosting that in February, right before and around Valentine's Day. So there's no love lost. And the winner gets $250K. I also believe that their teammates also get some money for them winning. But it's like single elimination. Like, how fun does that make, just this 3-on-3 aspect, one-on-one? Again, seeing some of our favorite players, but in a different light. It's just so cool.
It's very March Madness vibe in February when you're talking about that single elimination aspect.
I love it. And we love all the drama. Okay, Cass. My question for you next. What do you feel like is going to make this competition in this league the most interesting?
Well, we had mentioned the rules, just the court is different. Spacing is going to be a little bit different. You can't hide players when you're running back and forth full court. Definitely have to have the stamina to do that. The biggest thing is just how the game is constructed. 3-7 quarters, a little less. The fourth quarter is going to do the winning score, 11 points on top of the highest score. Also in the last 30 seconds, the clock will stop on a made basket. That's different from usual. It's a minute. Fouls are different. I think we're going to be more engaged in a game, hopefully, than maybe some of these basketball games in any league that get out of control.
Yeah, 100%. I'm expecting these to be fast-paced, high-scoring. It's an 18-second shot clock, so you've got to get a shot up quickly. You're not going to be playing defense for a long time. It'll be interested to see which teams use their guards the best to maybe press and defend. But now that we've talked about all the details, we have to talk about who we think will be a winner in this league. So looking at the 6 teams, I know it's so tough because there's so many different combinations of players and they need time to also build chemistry. And so I'm sure our answers now may be different in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, but who do you feel like could win the league?
You had mentioned chemistry. I think I'm kind of keeping an eye on the Mist. That's a team. Jewel Lloyd and Brianna Stewart won 2 championships together. Brianna Stewart and Courtney Vandersloot won a championship together with New York. Very just pedigree team. And I think because we don't know how games are going to quite look, I'm just kind of relying on that a little bit more. But certainly you look at the laces, which people are calling la aces. They also have a lot of chemistry. Jackie Young, Alyssa Thomas is always one of my favorites, the point forward. She's going to do a lot of facilitating on a team like this. So I think they could have an upper hand too.
Yeah, I would definitely keep my eye on those two teams. What it interests me about the Laces is having the combination of Alyssa Thomas and Jackie Young on the same floor at the same time. Like, who can actually guard that? And then also, I mean, they can guard anyone, 1 through 3, obviously, in this 3-on-3 situation. So I think that team could be really cool. I'm also keeping my eye on Vinyl. I think there are some scores over there that other teams will have to worry about defending. Aaliyah Boston, Enrique Gumbawale, Ryan Howard as well. Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm going to say there. Look, whatever team doesn't really run a full traditional big, like, think about it. If Stewie's going to be running that 3, she's supposed to be the center of the team, the big. She's very athletic. And then you have 2 athletic guards. I mean, they're going to be one of the most unstoppable teams, in my opinion. I also think the team with Ryan Howard, I'm telling you now, Ryan Howard is going to tear this league up. This is what she does. This is what she does. She's going to get loose out there. I'm telling you. So I expect the Mist and whatever team Ryan Howard is on, I believe she's on the team with Aaliyah Boston, correct? I expect that team to do very well. And also, like they said, if Alyssa Thomas, she's going to be running the 3, that's another versatile 3. She's bro, if you saw her in the playoffs, she don't need to come out the game. She's up and down the court, up and down the court, up and down the court. So she has the stamina. So I'm telling you now, it's whoever doesn't play that traditional big will be very successful in this league. I think the guards and points and whoever else, they're going to be able to showcase and show what they could do. I'm telling you, this is going to be very, very good for exposure, confidence, a lot of different things. So I'm excited. Hopefully, like I said, they take it very serious. I'll be supporting it, man. You guys can watch it over here. Until then, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's your boy, CEO Kana. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. And I'm gone.